when he came to Southeast Asia, given how enormous the actions were that Trump took, in terms of putting very high tariffs on Vietnam, on Malaysia, and on Cambodia, the three countries she visited, he was welcomed very generously by all these countries. Leaders came to him and escorted him off the plane, off the tarmac. It was quite clear how happy they were to have him, and that they felt that China and Xi was a stabilizing presence in a region that has faced a lot of havoc in recent weeks because of the trade war and because of the uncertainty over the tariffs.
President Xi exemplifies a new type personnel of leadership who talks about growth and investment and economic advancement.
What Xi discussed in all of these countries was ways to boost trade and improve economic resilience in the region. And I think this message really resonated in a lot of countries who are very uncertain about what the next few months will bring in terms of their relations with America.
I don't blame China. I don't blame Vietnam. I see their meeting today. Is that wonderful? That's a lovely meeting. The meeting, like trying to figure out how do we screw the United States of America?
These three countries were all hit very hard by tariffs from the United States. Their economies are, to a great extent, based on exporting goods to the United States.
At the end of the 90 days, will you put those higher tariffs in place, or will you extend?
Well, that's what would happen. I mean, if we can't make the deal that we want to make, or we have to
So
make.
all of these countries are negotiating with the United States and trying to make sure that this 90-day reprieve becomes permanent or as close to that as they can. One thing the United States says it wants is it wants countries, including in Southeast Asia, to become more independent of China. So to rely less, for example, on Chinese manufactured products to make their own finished products that they sell to Americans. So perhaps these countries will try to show America that this is possible or that they're moving in that direction, but it will be difficult to do because they are frankly so reliant on China's raw materials. Right now, a lot of Southeast Asian countries are frustrated with the United States, but they don't have a ton of other good options. There just aren't too many other markets that they can sell their goods to. And China, despite this diplomatic outreach, isn't currently positioned to buy a lot of these goods. Things like shoes, China produces itself. Things like clothes, China produces itself. Semiconductors, it produces itself. So it's not really clear what China would buy in bulk from these countries that it's not already buying. It remains a very tight balancing act for these countries who want to maintain their ties to China, which is the great power in the region, which many will see as a source of stability in the region, while still maintaining their ties to the United States, even in this difficult moment where they're threatened by tariffs.